sis, it's me, Summer. Long time no talk, huh? How have you been? Has it really been 3 years since we last spoke or saw each other? How are you doing? How are Mom and Dad?
Why are you texting me? I thought I told you I never wanted to hear from you again. I asked you to do that one thing and you couldn't keep your end of the bargain for longer than 3 years? Is this a joke to you? How dare you? What the hell do you want?
It's been 3 years already, but I guess you're still as angry as ever at me. Don't you think it's time to let it go? Forgive and forget, you know? Everybody does it. We're not kids. I can't believe after all this time you're still holding a grudge against something that we could have easily laughed about. Sheesh, get over yourself.
You seduced and stole my fiance and ran off with him in the middle of the night. Without a note, without anything. I had to find out by watching our security camera recordings. Not to mention you leaving Mom and Dad to have full-blown panic attacks because they thought you were kidnapped or something. I wouldn't forgive you for that after 10 years, not ever, Summer. I really don't ever want to think about you if I can help it. I don't want to acknowledge you even exist in this world and breathe the same air as me. Why the hell are you texting me?
Wow. Really, June? That's how much you hate me? After all this time? Still? Over what, some guy? I am your twin sister, Junie. We are meant to share our lives together. What is one guy in a lifetime of sisterhood? Don't you think it's time for you to forgive me so we can both move on with our lives? I've been out of your life for 3 years, just like you wanted.
Like I said, a decade would not be long enough for me to forgive and forget about what you did to me. You living off my radar in total disregard of me or our parents with the man you stole from me for only 3 years is nothing compared to the hell I had to go through. Do you know I'm still in therapy because of it?
Choo-choo, I'm pregnant. I'm due in a couple months and I'm having twins, just like you and me. Don't you want to meet your only nephews when they're born?
Yeah, no, not even a little bit. I don't give two craps about any of your spawns because I know they're doomed to grow up to be just like you. I couldn't care less about them even if they were the last 2 babies on Earth.
How can you say something so heartless? Just straight up curse them, why don't you? Mom and Dad are the same way. I keep calling them to tell them the great news, but neither of them would answer the phone. I even texted them to let them know in case they were too busy to talk to me on the phone. They're gonna be grandparents! Isn't that exciting? How can they pretend they're otherwise? How can they hurt my feelings so much? My emotions are already all over the place because of the hormones. You know, stress is not good for the babies. What if they come out missing a finger or a nose? Oh, you're gonna take responsibility for causing me that kind of stress?
Hurting your feelings. Are you gonna talk to me about hurt feelings right now? If you didn't want to get stressed out, why did you call me in the first place? What did you expect me to say to you? Yay, congratulations, I'm so happy for you. You came poking the wasp's nest, knowing full well you might get stung by one. Don't blame the wasp. Don't embarrass yourself any further by trying to guilt trip me. That'll never work. Stop calling Mom and Dad and stop texting me.
You think I wanted to call you up out of the blue? I had no other option, can't you understand that? I am having twins, so they might come early, and I still haven't found a place to stay after they get here. My in-laws want me to move in with them once the babies come. There's no way in hell I'm gonna stay with me in-laws. They're the worst. My father-in-law is a creep who keeps mentioning how big my chest has gotten and how I'll have to breastfeed my babies, and my mother-in-law, she has a classic queen bee complex. She treats me like I'm some mail-order bride who came to this country to be someone's maid and baby vending machine. I can't take my twins there. I'll have to take care of the babies with no help and do all the housework. I can't do that. So I thought maybe you and Mom can help me for the first little while. I have been craving Mom's food so much that I can't sleep at night. I miss her macaroni and cheese. I never liked macaroni and cheese, but I'm just dying to eat Mom's. I can almost taste it. I'm crying all the time too, for no real reason. It's so hard being pregnant. Why can't you just forgive me so I can come home.
So, in that messed up little brain of yours, you thought you'd dump your twins on Mom and me so you could take it easy. The gall! Since when did you think you would ever be welcome back into our family, let alone use us as free babysitters? Who do you think you are, Summer? And why do you assume I'm still living at home? How do you know I haven't moved out to be on my own or gotten married and living with my husband?
Well, I mean, let's face it. I know you've become a bit of a recluse since everything happened. There's no way you got over it and started dating again, right? What are you gonna do? Get on Tinder or something?
Sorry to disappoint you. I am actually married now, and I live with my husband in a cute little house with a great view. We even have a dog. She's a Cocker Spaniel, and she's absolutely beautiful.
What? You're married? When? When did that happen? You didn't even tell me or invite me to the wedding. I am your twin sister. How can you get married without telling me? What the hell, Junie?
Ha! Would you have invited the slut who stole your future husband if roles were reversed? I can't believe you have the audacity to say these things to me. You are truly a piece of work. What part of I never want to see you again did you not fully understand? I don't know how you twisted that in your head, but what I meant by it was I never want to see you again, or have anything to do with you ever again. An unplanned pregnancy on your part does not in any way render that invalid. I feel so bad for your kids. They have to be raised by a dumb nut like you as their mother.
Oh, shut up! You sound like the evil queen. Well, I'm still coming back to move in with Mom and Dad. Whether you like it or not, so you better deal with it. I've already gotten rid of my old apartment and asked them to wire me back my security deposit. I plan to live with Mom and Dad until the twins are in kindergarten at least. Besides, what are Mom and Dad gonna do if I show up at their house? Slam the door in my face? With my 7.5-month pregnant belly and all? Yeah, right. No grandparents are that sick. Sure, it might take a while for them to warm up to me again, but they'll sooner or later realize how exciting it is to be grandparents. To them, it'll be like little tiny you and me running around the house again. Well, boy versions of you and me. But I guess it all works out then, huh? If you aren't even living with Mom and Dad anymore? All you have to do to avoid me is to not visit us there. I think I'll go right now, actually. I've got most of my stuff packed up already. They can't ignore me in broad daylight.
I strongly advise you against that. Trust me. You have no place left in the Rain family home. You gave up that right when you did what you did. Just cut your losses and go back to your in-laws. Face the consequences of your own actions for once in your life.
Don't tell me what to do. Besides, what do you care? You're married. You're not a Rain anymore either. You mind your own damn married business then. Leave me alone. This doesn't concern you anymore now that you're married. June, what the hell is going on here? I went to see Mom and Dad, but there's some stranger answering their door. I don't think they speak a lick of English. Who the hell is this? Where are Mom and Dad?
I told you already, didn't I? There is no Rain family home.
What the hell does that even mean? The house is right there. I'm standing in front of it, but there's some Asian-looking lady living there. Did Mom and Dad get a cleaning lady? Is that what happened? Did Mom and Dad move out? Did they get a new place? Oh my God. Are Mom and Dad? They died, didn't they? They would never sell their house otherwise. And you never told me? Did you claim their house and sell it to some strangers who are probably here illegally? I can't believe you do that. How much did you even sell the house for? Why wouldn't you talk to me about it first? Where is my half of the cut? Did you take all of it? That house must have sold for at least $1 million. You greedy dog. How could you be so selfish? Me stealing your fiance and you stealing my half of the inheritance are not the same thing. You can't take what is legally and rightfully mine. I will sue you, June.
You think Mom and Dad might have passed away sometime in the past 3 short years, and your first reaction is, where is my money? Shouldn't you be overcome with grief and regret that you weren't able to be there for them in their last moments? Shouldn't you at least ask me how it happened? Or where they're buried? Are you really that corrupted and blinded by greed that you care more about what they might have left you and how I might have stolen it? Yes, you and I are twins, but how different we are. Have you once stopped to think about what your despicable actions did to our poor parents? Do you even realize how irreparably you broke their hearts? You ran away with their future son-in-law, my future husband, never to be seen again. How dare you even think about the inheritance?
Well, what was I supposed to do? Frank was so my type. We are twins, so I guess we had the same taste in guys back then. I couldn't help it. I wanted him with all the fiber of my being. I thought you'd eventually forgive me for it and we could laugh it off someday. Who knew you'd still be holding a grudge and a vendetta against me? Ugh, so childish. And how irresponsible are Mom and Dad? They couldn't make sure I'd be taken care of after they were gone? They must have known I would have kids someday, right? How did they die anyway? They were only in their 60s, weren't they? Was it cancer? Was it a car accident? Oh, wouldn't they have left a fat life insurance check too then? Did you take all of that yourself as well? How dare you? Did you think I would never find out? I am really going to sue you if that's what it's going to take for me to get what is mine.
Okay, this has gone far enough. Let me stop you there before this gets any further out of hand. Nobody is claiming any inheritance or insurance money. Mom and Dad are fine, alive and well. They are the ones that sold the house because it brought back too many painful memories. Mainly of you, because they know what you and Frank did in the house behind our backs. They couldn't bear to live there anymore, so they sold it, for quite a profit too, if I remember correctly. And since I couldn't bear to let them live on their own, I offered to have them move in with me and my husband, Sawyer. In return, they helped me and Sawyer out with getting a decent-sized house. We were lucky enough to find a house on the market with a detached suite, so that's where Mom and Dad live, and Sawyer and I live in the main building.
So, your new house was bought with the profits from selling Mom and Dad's old house. It must be a huge house then. Why was I never told about this? And who allowed any of Mom and Dad's old house profits to go to buying you a house?
Well, it was under Mom and Dad's authority. They were the homeowners. They can do whatever they want with their own house. I'm confused as to why you're even asking me this. Do you not know how houses work? Anywho, it was a win-win situation, really. I am still working while being pregnant. Well, when my babies come, I'll have my parents to look after them when it's time that I have to go back to work. That part was their idea, actually. They want to be as involved in the babies' lives as possible. I guess they want to make sure my kids don't grow up to be assholes like you. And yes, they are very excited to become grandparents.
Babies? You are pregnant.
Yup, I'm about 2 months away from a scheduled C-section. I guess you and I really are twins after all. We got pregnant around the same time and we're both carrying twins. Mine are fraternal twins, though, so they're a boy and a girl.
Seriously? You found another person to agree to marry you and have kids with you? How? And how did you manage to get boy and girl twins, just like you always wanted? You know I wanted a girl, but I'm gonna have 2 boys. That is so unfair.
Whoa! Your babies can hear you, you know. They can feel what you feel. You can't have negative thoughts about your unborn babies like that. What kind of mother are you gearing up to be? Besides, I think you should be grateful you aren't stuck with a pair of girl twins.
What? Why?
Think about it. They would be your daughters. What else will they grow up to be except fiance stealing, home wrecking, midnight runaways just like you? That's the only plausible outcome for any girl you bear, don't you think?
How could you say something like that? What a mean auntie. How can you say that? I get that you hate me, but my kids are innocent. Leave them out of it. I am done chit-chatting with you like this. Right now, your unborn nephews are hungry and a little chilly and want to sit down and rest. We have nowhere else to go, so hurry up and tell us where you are. Send me a pin and I'll call a cab to get there. I have 3 suitcases with me. I'm not gonna walk. The sky is getting super gray. I think it might even start raining. I don't have an umbrella and I'm standing in the middle of Mom and Dad's old neighborhood. Are you really gonna let a little resentment get the better of you right now? I am your twin sister. Tell me your address so I can come sit down.
I keep telling you, you are nothing to me now. I have no siblings, let alone any nephews. You are a grown woman. Take some responsibility and take care of your own babies yourself. Stop looking for someone else to do your bidding.
Are you serious? Oh my God, you're so mean. Why are you like this? Come on, think about it. We can raise our twins together like quadruplets. Imagine how fun that'll be. Mom and Dad will be so happy to have 4 grandbabies. They'll be over the moon.
And let me guess, of course you expect the rest of us to pay for all the expenses too, huh? That's 4 cribs, 4 high chairs, 4 sets of baby clothes, 4 car seats, 2 twin strollers. I bet that's easily $4,000. If you can pay me that in cash up front, I'll reconsider letting you stay with us until your babies turn a month old. After a month, I'll draft up a list of expenses you owe me, and if you can pay that again in cash, I'll let you stay another month. So on and so forth.
Me? I don't have that kind of money. Are you crazy? If I had that kind of money, why would I be trying to come back home? On the other hand, you have a great job because all you did in high school is study. It must be paying off now, right? You're making good money. You can spot me. What are sisters for?
I wouldn't spot you if I got paid $1 million a week. By the way, where is Frank in all this? What the hell is he doing, letting you wander off with his unborn children? He is as much at fault for breaking up our family as you. Why is he not stepping up and taking care of his pregnant wife? Where is he? Is he trying to come live with me and my parents too? Have you both lost your marbles? Does he even know you're texting me?
Ugh, I don't even want to talk about him. After he and I ran away and got married in secret, he quit his job to get a better one. You know, so he could support the both of us. But he kept getting rejected by these big companies, interview after interview, until he had to resort to doing manual labor at a construction site. He did that for about a year, just barely, and then he quit when he broke his arm, saying he'd probably claim workers' comp and live off of that for a while. That was literally a year and a half ago. He's been spending all our savings without a job, without an income, and so now we're down to our last 2 digits in our bank account. It's either you let me in or I go back to my in-laws and live like a slave. I might kill myself if I have to go back there.
I don't think you have the guts to kill yourself. Don't try to threaten me with your life. And yeah, I do remember that about Frank. Frank used to say he wants to quit his job and come work for Dad. He probably thought working for Dad would mean a cushy job that pays a lot. I don't know what I used to see in him. In a way, you helped me dodge a bullet with him. I can't imagine having to live the rest of my life coddling him and urging him to be a better man of the house. Yikes. What a young, naive little optimist I'd been back then. I wasted so much time crying over losing him to you. It's so embarrassing to think back on it now. You live and you learn, I guess.
Yes, June, that's exactly right. You are absolutely right about Frank. I will make sure he gets down on his knees and begs for your forgiveness. If you just let us come see you, please. You don't want to let some lowlife like Frank be the one to drive us apart? You and I are twins. We shared our mother's womb. We can share anything. Come on, please. Pretty please. Think of the good old times. We can go back to that if you just let us.
You're really barking up the wrong tree, Summer. I have absolutely no intention of forgiving you or letting you and Frank anywhere near me and my family. Not for as long as I'm still living.
Where do you expect me to go?
Why do you expect me to care?
I have nowhere to go. Do you want me to be homeless?
That is not my problem. And yes, you actually do have somewhere to go, you just don't want to. Again, that is not my problem.
I really can't go back there. I hate it there.
Then I guess you're totally out of luck. Maybe sit on the curb by the bus station and ask people for a change. Who knows, maybe they'll take pity on a pregnant homeless woman and be generous with their coins. I'm sure there are some people left in the world who are decent. Don't give up hope, sis. My fiance's stealing twin sister finally relented and returned to her in-laws' house with her tail tucked between her legs. From what I heard later through the grapevines, she's been forced to find a job at only 4 weeks postpartum and has to support her family of 6. Her mother-in-law does nothing but the bare minimum when it comes to babysitting, refusing to change a single diaper or make an ounce of formula. Those are all left to be taken care of by Summer once she comes back home from a long day of work. As much as I feel bad for Summer's twins, I still cannot bring myself to forgive her for what she did to me. Maybe I'll give it a real decade and see how I feel. I have doubts, though. As of now, I fully believe she's finally getting what she deserves, and I'm gonna stop fretting over her texting me out of the blue and carry on living my happy life with my doting, loyal husband and still fragile, recovering parents. I have no room for negative thoughts in my life right now. Hashtag good vibes only. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Marie, the wedding was just amazing. I can't believe my son is finally married. Hi, Janice. Thank you so much for coming to the wedding. It was wonderful to have you. I'm glad you liked the wedding. I planned it for 5 months. It's the best day of my life. The dress was just gorgeous, and I can't believe we were able to have the wedding on Palm Beach. We got everything we wanted. The reception couldn't have been more perfect. I'm so happy for you. I don't want to bring down your high, but I was curious about something. How did you do the wedding gifts for all the guests? Everyone received theirs, right? What are you talking about? Everything was perfect, including the gifts, of course. I checked my wedding dress, I looked over all the decorations at the venue, and triple-checked the gifts. Oh. Well, that's odd. I actually didn't get my gift. Not to mention the food. It was a little... You didn't get your gift? And what was wrong with the food? Sorry. I didn't want to say anything during your wedding. I didn't want to ruin the bride and groom's big day. I just found it a little odd. At the wedding, no one else had a problem with their food except me. I noticed everyone got their wedding gift as they left. But when it was my turn, I wasn't given anything. Ah, that. Well, about that. Of course you wouldn't get anything. Wouldn't you agree? Especially since I didn't order you anything. What? Why not? Do you really need to ask? It's such a waste of money to use it on my new mother-in-law. Excuse me? Does my son know about this? It's not like you needed it, right? I wanted everyone else to enjoy the reception. Of course, that means I need to give them their thank you gift as well. But Janice, I don't think there's anything I should be thanking you for. It's our wedding. There's no reason for the in-laws to come and ruin our fun. I'm taking care of your son. I think that's thanks enough. Then, what about your parents, Marie? You prepared a thank you gift for them and ordered their meal, didn't you? Well, isn't that natural? They're my parents, after all. I have to thank them for raising such a wonderful daughter. Aren't you Tyler's mother? We have nothing to do with each other. You didn't help raise me or help with the wedding. I shouldn't need to thank you. What kind of woman did my son marry? Who do you think helped you with your wedding dress? On top of that, it's because of me that you two were able to get the venue. It was all you, Jane. But isn't that normal? It's the husband side of the family who's responsible for the wedding. Am I wrong? Don't act so full of yourself when you're doing what you're supposed to. You rude little hussy. It's not even my fault, you know. My parents told me so. It's the in-laws' job to pay for everything, so I shouldn't even bother. I'm the one who's getting married, so of course you should pay me. Well, after hearing that, I just couldn't help but splurge. I'm the most important woman in Tyler's life now. Unbelievable. You ungrateful little... I thought Tyler had finally found a good woman to marry. I can't believe I was so wrong. You're just a leech. Do you know how much money I paid for your wedding? Tens of thousands of dollars. I only agreed to pay because my son came crying to me that the wedding costs were ballooning out of control. Yet you're this ungrateful. You did it all for your son, right? That wasn't for me. You should be happy that you were able to use the pittance you call retirement savings for the sake of your son. You know, you should actually be thanking me. What? Why in the world would I be thanking you? I'm being very upfront with you. I can spell it out for you if you want. I've never felt like you've ever done anything for me specifically. You didn't have to pay for our wedding. I didn't ask you to pay for it. You did it all on your own. I don't need help from some crazed old woman. That's it. I'm never giving either of you money ever again. Do whatever you want. I never expected any financial support from you anyways. Tyler makes plenty of money as a doctor to support me. That's enough. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt and gave you more than enough chances to try and redeem yourself. You're just a terrible human to the core. Bad-mouthing me after everything I've done for you. My son was mistaken to marry someone like you. Our relationship is through. You're an ungrateful little parasite, and I won't accept you as my daughter-in-law. Even if my son comes crying to me, I won't be supporting the two of you. Do whatever you want. We're already married. I was doing my best to associate with your family. I know all about your financial struggles and your debt. Your son is lucky to marry into my family. We're way better off compared to some ordinary family like yours. This is what I get for marrying someone from such a poor family. Tyler, I'm sure you've already heard from your wife, but this is it. I won't be supporting you financially any longer. Your wife was extremely rude to me.
Hello, Mother. I just heard about everything. Why are you making such a big deal out of this? It was just food. The thank you gift isn't even worth getting angry over. Can you just not get into an argument with my wife on the day of our wedding?
You better watch your mouth. I'm still your mother. How could you let your wife treat your own mother like this? Do you know how embarrassing it was for me not to be served? The mother of the groom had nothing in front of her. Never in my life have I been so hurt.
Marie and I decided beforehand that it wasn't necessary. We both made the decision, so don't be so angry.
You were part of this too. I raised you better than this.
I was thinking about you, Mother. You promised to pay for everything, didn't you? That's why I wanted to save money, even if it was just a little bit.
That's why I received nothing. Out of all the people there, do you think that much matters?
Well, you also told me you've been on a diet lately. I figured I'd help out a little. Just taking out one meal and one thank you gift would save hundreds of dollars. I was being considerate of your money and your health.
That doesn't even come close to making a dent in what I spent on the wedding. This is not how you should be treating your mother, Tyler. Let alone the person who paid for your wedding. I'm not even asking for you to go out of your way to thank your mother. But the least you could have done was been thankful. If I had known you were going to act like this, I never would have given you the money for your wedding.
What are you even saying, Mother? Isn't that what a mother is for? You're supposed to make your son happy. And if a little bit of money can make that happen, you should be more than happy to do so. You've always loved giving money to me, haven't you? Father passed away so early that you gave me all the money as if it was from him, right?
Yes, that's right. I did it because your father would have wanted you to have a good life. You were our only son, so I did everything I could to make sure I raised you right. I didn't want you to feel lonely without your father or feel like we were poorer than other families. I bought you everything you ever wanted. Sports, music, Anything you wanted to try, I supported you. I even supported you when you wanted to go to those expensive private schools. I never would have thought that after all of that, you would turn out to be an ungrateful, selfish, arrogant, spoiled little brat. What do you mean, spoiled? That's your fault. You couldn't stand up and say no to me. There it is. More ungrateful nonsense. You should be proud. I became a doctor you can boast about. And today, I got married to my beautiful wife. Yet you ruined all the joy with your whining just because we weren't grateful. You should have just stayed quiet and been the doting mother you always were. I've had enough of all this disrespect. Who would want to support an ungrateful son like you? You won't be seeing a single penny more from me. My days of spoiling you are through. Tyler, you're on your own. You're cutting me off? You can't do that. I'm your son. That's right. You are my only son. After your father passed away, I did everything I could so you didn't feel lonely. I wanted to raise you in a loving environment where you had everything you ever wanted. But you took advantage of my kindness. I'm disappointed in you, Tyler. If that's the way it's going to be, two can play this game. If you keep going, you'll never see me again. That includes your grandchildren, too. You're going to be lonely living out the rest of your life without ever seeing your doctor son. Are you fine with that? I don't give a damn anymore. I don't even need to meet you or my grandchildren. And I don't mind spending the rest of my life alone. In fact, it'll be a load off of my back not supporting you anymore. Think of your wedding as the last gift you'll ever see from me. Even when I die, you won't see a penny of my money. You're disowned. Hey, you can't do that. That's my money. I'm your son. I deserve the inheritance. Do you know how much money I'll need now that I'm married? What about the house? We can't live in some shabby apartment. Don't forget about the brand new luxury car I've been wanting. What about those? We need the money to help raise our child. It isn't cheap. If you stop now, you'll ruin everything. I include your financial support in all of our financial estimates. I'll come begging and crying again, just like last time. Is that what you want me to do so I can get some money? I am not your personal ATM. I am your mother. I demand respect. You can't do this to me. How am I going to live? You know I don't have any savings, right? I can't afford the cost of everything right now. I know I'm a doctor, but my starting salary isn't that high. We don't get paid like we used to. I need your money. I literally can't live without it. Mother! That's your mess to clean up now. It has nothing to do with me. This has gone on long enough. I'm done talking, Tyler. Don't come crawling back to me asking for help when you realize the mistake you've made. Marie, as a courtesy, I wanted to let you know that I've cut off Tyler. It seems we couldn't come to an agreement over either of your behavior. Whatever happens to the both of you is no longer any of my concern. I won't be supporting you financially either. This again? I already told you, didn't I? I don't care. Tyler is a doctor, for crying out loud. He'll rack in all the money we need. We'll have more than enough money to live our life just fine without your support. You think you'll be living in luxury? Why wouldn't I be? I have to hand it to you. Even though you're poor, you somehow managed to raise your son to become a doctor. It's amazing considering the home situation he grew up in. Thanks to you, he'll be raking in the big bucks. I bet he'll be making even more money from now on. We'll be filthy rich. With the kind of money he'll be making, we won't need you in our lives. Wow, you have some lofty dreams. We're going to live in a huge mansion and we'll have some big dogs too. It'll almost be like we're celebrities. You're making a mistake cutting off a son like that. He could have helped you when you got older, but now you've gone and ruined that too. Your worst days are ahead of you. I guess with the amount of money you make, you'll need to stick with your small dreams. How dare you keep insulting me? Like I said, you're so stupid for cutting Tyler off. Not to mention you paid for our entire wedding. I hope you won't regret your decision. You'll never see your grandchildren. You're going to die alone. Oh, I'm not sorry. In fact, now that I've dropped Tyler out of my life, I will be living overseas. Are you serious? Don't make things harder on yourself. With all the money I have for retirement, I have more than enough money. A few $1 million, in fact. After selling off my real estate business, I'll have even more money to enjoy my retirement. So don't worry about me. I'll be just fine with my small dreams. With the money I'll have, I can go wherever and do whatever I want, whenever I please. You're moving abroad with how many millions? Where did all that money come from? Tyler said your family wasn't even well off. Well, if Tyler actually had any smarts, he would have known. After Tyler's father, my husband, passed away, I did my damnedest to build up the real estate business he left for us. I worked my butt off for that ungrateful son of mine and invested everything I made for his future. You had investments this entire time? OMG! Are you seriously rich? More than your big dreams could imagine. Maybe it was beginner's luck, but I made off like a bandit off of Tesla stock. OMG! I wasn't overcome with greed and quit while I was ahead. I pulled out everything. After that, I let my bank and stockbroker take care of everything else. The recession didn't hit me since I pulled it out of all the risky sectors and opted for more stable and safe options. You'd think I wouldn't make any more after that, but I've actually been really lucky with my index funds. That's not fair! Your family wasn't supposed to be rich! Did Tyler know about this? He never said a word of it to me. Oh, I never told him anything. He only ever cared about using the money he was given. He never cared about where it came from as long as he had the money to spend. I thought I was doing him right, but I was mistaken. I don't believe it. If you were really rich, there's no way you wouldn't show it. All your clothes aren't branded, your car isn't a luxury car, and even your house is normal. Your family should have sports cars, mansions, and brand-name clothes. It wasn't supposed to be this way. If I knew you had all that money, I would have gotten on your good side. That gaudy lifestyle isn't for me. There's no point in showing off my wealth. As long as I could raise my son and help him overcome the loss of my husband, that was all I needed. If we weren't going hungry or cold, that was good enough. How was I supposed to know you had all this money living like that? You were just trying to trick me and Tyler, weren't you? I bet the real estate business is making loads of cash, too. You're only interested in the money. My son married a gold digger. It's too late now. Even if you have children, you'll never see a penny from me. I won't be supporting my son's family, especially since he's a doctor. I'm sure you'll have more than enough money. So don't even bother trying to contact me. The both of you have made your bed. Now you have to lie in it. This old woman is going to enjoy her retirement worry-free. Like I would need to apologize. I don't regret not buying your gifts or giving you food or anything. I just hope you won't regret it. You won't be seeing your son or your grandchildren, you know. Why exactly would I regret it? You don't have to hide it. I know you'll want to see them once they're born. What grandmother could ever resist their cute grandchildren's faces? I bet you're just flaunting your money so we'd let you back into our lives. It's sad that you can't just admit it. I expect no less. That kind of roundabout thinking is so last generation. I think you're getting the wrong idea. Don't try to act all arrogant just because your company is doing so well. Like I said before, I have Tyler. He'll be a great doctor and make all the money we would need and more. We'll never need your money, so you can keep it all to yourself. Your sad little act won't have any effect on me. You'll see. You'll be the one to regret cutting us out of your life. Yes, we'll see, won't we? I'm sure you'll make the perfect trophy wife for my son. I wish you two the best.
Mother! Help! What should I do? Marie found out about my money. She was furious when she found out I have zero savings. She won't calm down. I carelessly left the bank notices on the table and she went and read them. She knows everything.
Why are you telling me this? I thought you told me you never wanted to see me again. Regretting your decision already, Tyler?
She kept going on about how you were rich and went looking through my finances. She said I must have gotten a load of money from you. She was going on like a mad woman. All of my bank statements, my investments, she looked through every nook and cranny. I don't know why she was so desperate to look through my finances, but when she found out I had nothing in my bank, she went crazy and went around screaming. She's hysterical.
Tyler, are you joking right now? You don't have a single penny to your name.
I already told you, Mother. I might be a doctor, but my salary isn't that high yet. It's only been a few years since I became a doctor. There's no way my salary would be over 6 figures yet. All the new doctors are worked to the bone around the clock, but we don't get paid for it.
You're a doctor, aren't you? You must still be making more money than the average salary, right? I taught you how to live within your means. You should have saved at least some money.
I earned all of that money. It's normal to enjoy the money I've earned. Marie expects all these gifts and trips, too. There is no way I could save money even if I wanted to.
What kind of life have you been living?
She doesn't even know how much all those things cost. She thinks doctors are all rich. Can you believe she thinks everyone makes $100,000 a year? Even us newbies?
Knowing her, I can. She lauded it over me. My husband is a doctor. He makes hundreds of thousands of dollars. We'll be rolling in dough.
Marie! Why'd she go on and say that? That's not what it's like at all. She even had the bright idea of saying I should open my own practice. As if I'd make money doing things on my own. She doesn't even know how expensive medical equipment and medicine are. It's impossible, Mother. There's no way I could do something like opening my own practice. It's not that simple. It would cost millions of dollars for the simplest equipment. Just because I'm a doctor doesn't mean I could handle a business. That's a whole other bag of worms.
Wow, it sounds like you married some girl, Tyler. Good job.
She went on and on until she exploded, yelling and throwing a huge tantrum like a child. She keeps yelling I deceived her over and over. The condo is a complete mess. She's throwing dishes and even knives everywhere. She's demanding I make up with you. Mother, please. Just this once, can you come to help me? I need to calm her down. If you just come by, I'm sure she'll come to her senses.
You want me to go over there? With your wife throwing knives everywhere? You must be out of your mind.
She'll calm down, I swear. You just need to come down and talk with us. Let's just forget about everything, please. It's all water under the bridge. I'm your son, after all, right? Just tell her that you'll support us again. I'm begging you.
You want me to help you after all that you put me through? After everything you've said to me. Do you think I could forgive you just like that? Mother, there's no other way. She'll kill me, I tell you. I'll even kneel down and kiss your shoes. I'll do anything. Just come over and say that we've made up. Promise her that you'll help us. It's the only way out of this whole mess. You got yourself into this mess. You need to get yourself out of it, you idiot son of mine. I warned you, didn't I? Yet you continue to ignore me and disrespect me. You practically spit in my face, Tyler. I already made my decision. You have no more chances. No matter how much you apologize, beg, or even grovel, you won't be getting any more help from me. This is your mess to deal with, Tyler. Actually, if you wouldn't mind, never call me again. I don't want to see your face again. Mother! How can you just throw your son under the bus like that? You're leaving me out to dry. I can't live with her like this. There's just no way. What about Father? What would he think if he saw you just cast aside his son like that? He'd be devastated. I bet he's rolling over in his grave right now. Don't you dare try to use your father against me. It's over. I've had enough of this farce. Goodbye, Tyler. If you're a real man, you'll stop begging and do what you need to do to fix things. You've had a silver spoon in your mouth all your life. It's time for you to do things on your own. Be your own man. Make your wife happy. Janice, I was fooled. Tyler never told me about the money. How could a doctor's salary be so low? I thought doctors were all rich. I mean, they're doctors. He said he couldn't make up with you, but we need your help. We can't live like this. I really didn't know anything about this. If I knew, I would have never acted the way I did. Please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you. Don't cut us out of your life. Think about your son. Oh, so now that you've realized you have no money, you want to apologize? I think you're sorely mistaken. I've already told you and Tyler that I don't want anything to do with you any longer. You can't just disinherit your son. He's your only son. He's the only thing you have left to remember your husband. Where's your heart? Actually, since you've gone through the trouble of contacting me, let's get this out of the way while we're here. It's actually rather important. What? You'll help us? No. It's about the condo you two are living in right now. Tyler probably didn't tell you this either, but that condo is actually my property. I've let that freeloader son of mine live in it for way below the actual market value. Starting today, I'll be raising the rent back to what it should be. This is your condo? I thought it was Tyler's. You can't raise the rent. We don't have the money to pay for it. I let Tyler live there ever since medical school. I thought about raising the price a bit, but he came crying to me as always, complaining that his salary was too low. Can you believe it? The rent is usually $5,000 a month, but I leased it to him for a measly $1,000. $5,000? We definitely can't pay for that. That's way too much. Well, thanks to that ungrateful brat of yours, I've opened my eyes. You'll be receiving the paperwork soon, notifying you about the change. I think that idiot son of mine forgot that I've been helping him by lowering the rent. So could you be a dear, Marie, and tell him for me? You can't do this. That's way too soon. I never knew any of this. You can't just unload this burden on me. This was all your son's fault. You know his salary is too low to pay for that. What are we going to do? We'll be homeless. You can't. Yes, I suppose you will. If you can't pay the rent by next month, you'll have to leave. I think it'll be good for you. You two should finally start living as you should. You aren't rich, so I don't think you should be living as if you are. Wait, please! As the owner, I have done my part. If you have any problems, you can speak to my lawyer. I'm busy preparing to move overseas myself, so please be a dear and don't complicate things. Hurry and get your broke butts out of there. After I finished dealing with things on my end, I finally moved to France. My son and his leeching wife moved out of the condo without a fuss. I guess they realized they couldn't fight me over it. They couldn't make ends meet with only Tyler's salary, so Marie started working for the first time in her life after raising a big fuss. Her family and their friends are always gossiping about how they must be so rich. Those two, being as vain as they are, couldn't admit they weren't making that much money. If only they knew the truth. Just the other day, they were bragging on their social media that they were living in a high-rise building. They never learn their lesson. They'll never be able to save money living like that. All of their expenses are going to their condo. I doubt they'll ever be able to live comfortably for the rest of their lives. Thanks for watching, everyone! If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Just because I was gone for a bit, here you are acting like you are the queen of this household. I go to my sister's house for a month, and apparently you acted as if you took over my place and ordered everyone to do this. Is that true? I heard that you made Tina do so many things that even I never asked her to do. You are so two-faced. You appear to be so soft and kind, but behind closed doors, you are the complete opposite. You are such a fake person. Huh? Where'd all this come from? Why are you telling me all this? I don't understand why I'm being scolded as if I'm a little kid that knows nothing. Just what exactly did I do to make you say all these things? I never made Tina do anything. I don't understand where all of this is coming from, and it's so unfair to me. Don't act as if you don't know anything, Kate. Are you saying that Tina made all of this up and that she is lying? She said that while I was away at my sister's house, you would call her every day to the house and made her do chores. That's what she said. Apparently, you'd make her go to my house at 6 in the morning to prepare everything, clean, and even do laundry. Do you think I didn't know that you also made her nurse my father-in-law? Do you really think she can handle all that despite knowing that she's younger than you and you are the eldest daughter-in-law? I can't believe you made her do all those things just because you didn't want to do them. You even made her do chores that I myself didn't ask her to do. I feel so bad for her after she came crying to me and telling me all this. So now what? Do you have any excuse for any of this? Huh? So what you're saying is that I made Tina do all the stuff I have been doing for 5 years, and that I made her do all of it in one day out of nowhere? Do you think that makes any sense, Linda? You yourself know I would never do anything like that. You know I sacrificed so many things after moving into this house. But still, you take Tina's side even though she's only been here for a few months? I feel so upset about that, Linda. And I also feel really disappointed that you'd think that of me. Plus, it doesn't benefit me in any way if I made Tina do everything in the house and made her my enemy. There's nothing in it for me. Because I'm the eldest daughter-in-law anyway, and I'd still have to do my own duties. Nothing really changes even if I asked her to help out, because in the end, I'll have my own duties as the eldest one. That's exactly what I'm saying. Here you are saying all these things as if you are doing your part as the eldest daughter-in-law of this household. But as soon as I leave the house, you immediately place yourself as higher than everyone else. And you start bossing everyone around as if you are the leader of this household, when you are really not. I am just so appalled that you think you can take over my spot as the mother and start bossing people around. I would never even ask Tina to do some of the stuff that you made her do. What gives you the right or power to do that? You are not in any higher rank than her. Linda, listen to me. I never did any of what you were accusing me of. Whatever, Kate. How can you say you didn't do any of that when Tina called me crying and complaining about all of that? She was bawling her eyes out. Are you saying that she was faking that and just acting as if you did all of that to her? Tina said that you made her hand wash everyone's underwear instead of using the washer. She said that you asked her to scratch her back because your back was itchy. And on top of that, you made her massage your shoulders because you said you were tired. Are you saying that she made all of this up? Kate, I have lived on this earth for 60 years and I have a lot of life experiences. I know that Tina is telling the truth. So just own up to it and apologize to both me and especially her. You better ask for her forgiveness. If you don't do as I say, I will never be able to forgive you. Why should I apologize for anything? I did not do anything that warrants an apology. There has to be something for me to apologize for in order for me to say sorry for anything. But I did not do anything wrong. Are you being serious? You are still denying this. Tina told me all this bullying that you do to her, but you don't even care. Apparently, you even threatened her to never even try to come visit or pretend as if she is helping out. I seriously had goosebumps when I heard her tell me that. I was just in so much shock that you'd tell her that. Who do you think you are telling her not to come to my house? Huh? You have no rights or powers to ever say what people can or cannot do in my house. Do you think my house is your house too? Don't you ever think that. You are merely just my daughter-in-law who happens to live in one of the rooms and eat the food in my house. You should be thankful that I even provide those for you, but here you are. I am still just in so much shock that as soon as I turn back away from my house, you immediately jump into trying to take my spot as the mother of this household. You're not even close. I never did any of what you just said. Literally none of it. If you can't believe what I'm telling you, then ask Thomas or even your husband. Do you really think your father-in-law or Thomas would take your side? You do know that your father-in-law hates the way you take care of him, right? Are you aware of that? You don't even help him wash up, and you don't even help him when he has to go to the toilet. He even complained that you never heat up the food you give to him, so he loses his appetite. And Thomas, you know he is tired of seeing you just being lazy at home and always just sitting and doing nothing. Linda, let's look at this objectively. You are his wife, so washing him up and helping him to the toilet is your job. You married him and you are his wife. Plus, you are very healthy and able, so there is no reason for you to not be able to help your own husband. Ever since I moved in here, you already said that it would be uncomfortable for all three of us if I helped my father-in-law with any toilet or shower stuff. Do you not remember that? I helped him get dressed, and I even serve him his meals all the time. Plus, I massage his leg that has some paralysis to make him feel better. I do that every day, yet you never show gratitude or appreciation for what I do for him. What else do you want me to do? And do you think I want to just stay at home and not work? I do so many things for Thomas, and I even help out with basically all the chores at home. I had to sacrifice a job that I enjoyed doing to be a stay-at-home wife, and I'm not even getting paid for any of this. And now you're telling me that my husband thinks I'm pathetic for just staying at home? I can't believe he thinks I'm just being lazy. How in the world did you raise Thomas, Linda? He does not know how to appreciate the work I put in and instead badmouths me? Did you just try to talk trash about my own son and how I raised him? If even your own husband thinks so badly about you, I can hardly imagine just how badly you have been treating Tina. I just know that you are being mean to her. Just because you've been married to my son for 5 years doesn't mean you have the right to be bossing her around. Sure, she isn't the first daughter-in-law in this house. You are. But she is 1 year older than you. Do you really think it's right to be treating someone older than you badly? Tina is so kind and caring. You should learn from her instead. Anyway, just know that I am not over this just yet. That's how serious this is to me. So just keep in mind that I will correct all of this. You better go to Tina and kneel in front of her and beg her for forgiveness. If you don't apologize to her, know that I will kick you out of this house. Okay, Linda. I will leave the house. What did you just say? I lived with you guys for 5 years, and even though we were not close like a real family, I still respected the fact that you are my mother-in-law and that I should maintain that relationship. Since then, I always woke up earlier than everyone, thinking that if I prepared some food before you guys were up, that everyone would have a good start of their day. So I'd wake up at 5 in the morning and start cooking, and I did my best to carry out my role as the first daughter-in-law. I did not know my efforts would boil down to this. If I had known from the start, I would not have worked as hard. I would not have agreed to live in the same house as my in-laws. No, actually, let me rephrase that. I regret that I even agreed to get married and be a part of this family. I seriously feel so much regret in this moment. Wow, you are really just so good at trying to escape from your mistakes, huh? Do you think I will stop you from leaving the house if you say you want to leave? Don't be funny, Kate. You are not the only daughter-in-law here, Kate. I have Tina, who is taller and way prettier and so much nicer, and just so angelic and better than you. Do you really think I will beg you to stay or stop you from leaving? You can leave any time as you please. You got that? I will never ask you to stay, okay? I don't need you to be here. If you really want to leave, then please divorce my son and find the exit out of this house. Anyway, even Thomas told me that he wanted to divorce you, so just make sure that you prepare all of the papers and sign it. Got that? And one more thing. Don't you ever step 1 foot in this house ever again. Remember that. Linda, even if you ask me not to divorce Thomas, I will 100% still sign all the papers and file for divorce. And even if any of you guys beg me to come back, there is not an ounce of chance that I will step foot in that house ever. Not in this lifetime. Anyway, I will start packing my stuff so I can move out by today. Thanks for whatever you did for me. And I hope you have a great rest of your life. Kate, you better hurry up and bring your stuff back to the house. Hey? Are you sleep-talking or drunk-calling me or what? I want to separate and get divorced from Thomas, so I immediately packed my bags and left. I will be going to court with your precious son so we can finish up this divorce process. I am no longer a part of your family, and I am not your daughter-in-law anymore. You have no rights telling me what to do. Also, I haven't lost my mind, so why in this world should I move back in that house of yours? Why are you asking me to come back? Is it because Tina does not want to take my place and she doesn't want to move in with you guys? How did you know that? Tina said to me that she would never want to live with 2 old people and be their slave. She said, word for word, that she does not want to be stuck with 2 old, useless humans who stink. She said it's better she gets divorced than live here. Can you believe she said that? I am so shocked by what she said. She made me kick you out, and now my son is a divorcee. And now I am without support in the house. All she really cares about is herself. Isn't that just so selfish and disrespectful? She is also super two-faced. She would act so kind and loving towards me all the time. But as soon as I mentioned her moving in with us, she turned stone cold and was super firm that she would never move into my house. I can't believe she is so fake like this. Did you just learn that now, Linda? Tina has always been like that. Plus, she had an ulterior motive of making me and my husband divorce so we can get kicked out of the house. She always wanted that since the beginning. And now that I am divorcing Thomas, she must feel so accomplished since she finished her mission. And now she doesn't really care about anything else since she already got what she wanted. Wait, what? Why would she want you guys to get divorced? It does not make any sense at all. What does she gain from you guys getting divorced? There is nothing for her if you guys get separated. It's because if I don't get divorced from my husband, she would be the one that has to get divorced from her husband. What? I still don't get it. Last month during her wedding ceremony, I saw her face and my heart just started to sink and my legs were getting shaky. I was trembling the entire time, so I just stayed in my seat throughout the ceremony. Then, as soon as the ceremony was over, I made an excuse of feeling sick so I could leave and go back home. Tina is my middle school bully, and she made my school life very miserable. And for me to see that we would become family was just... My body remembered all the trauma I felt from her bullying me, and I would even get nightmares because of those. It was such a horrible time of my life, and thinking that we would be connected as family was just terrifying to me. I tried so hard to live a good life and forgetting all those hardships I experienced because of her. But as soon as I saw her face at the wedding, I got so triggered and felt all the pain and trauma once again. I told my husband about all of this and everything, hoping he would take my side. But all he said was he does not want to ruin the marriage life of his brother, and that I should just stay quiet about this. He told me to just forget everything about the past and just try and be close and friendly with her. He never acknowledged the pain I felt from my childhood trauma, and I was having to live the last 5 years enduring the pain of the past. He never cared about how I felt, and that made me lose the love I had for him. That's why it was easy for me to just divorce him as soon as I got the chance. Is she really that kind of person? Was she always so evil when she was a kid? I had no idea. I bet all she wants from my son, who earns a lot of money, is to suck up all his fortune and make it hers. She is even making my life miserable because of all of this. My gosh. There is no way I am letting a snake like her abuse and take advantage of my youngest son. I will protect him from her. Kate, you come back to the house as soon as you can. We will work together to kick out that snake, Tina, and make sure the house stays peaceful. Linda, if you want to kick her out, you do that on your own, okay? I am in no way part of your family anymore, so I have no interest in whatever's going on with your household. Oh, but I did do you one favor that I think you might like. I told Tina's husband about the past and what she did to me, and what she's doing since she married him. So we'll see what he decides to do after I told him the truth. Based on the reaction that I saw when I told him, it seemed like he does want to divorce Tina. So, Linda, you should be thankful to me since I am helping you get rid of her. Aren't you glad I did all of that without you having to ask? Of course, it is only natural to want to get rid of someone like her. But the problem here now is you. Huh? What's wrong with me now? You have to come back to the house so the house is back to how it was before. If you are not there, who is going to look after my husband? And who is going to do the chores? Who else, Linda? You! You have to do those. Weren't you the one who said that you are the leader of that household and that I should never try and take over your place? Remember when you told me that? I am sure you are happy that I am out of that house. There is no one who will try to take your place anymore. You won't have to worry if I start bossing people around or whatever false things you accused me of. It is all yours. You can do whatever you want without feeling threatened that someone might take your power in that household. Lastly, this is the last time I'll ever call you or ever talk to you. So, I will be blocking your phone number. Bye, Linda. After that, I hurriedly blocked her and my ex-husband's phone number so they'll never bother me again. I bet they were so upset that I left the house since I was basically the housekeeper and nursing aide for all of them there. So they begged me to come back. But I did not let them waver my decision, and I never want to live the life I was living when I was with them. And a few months later, I heard that Tina and her husband got a divorce. Tina's husband called me and apologized for everything, even though he was not the one who hurt me in any way. I told him thank you for seeing that I suffered a lot because of his ex-wife and that even though it was the past, it was hard for me to just get over it. He was the only one who was sane in that household, and he actually respected me and showed kindness to me. So I told him I will pray for his health and success. As for me, I came back home to my parents' house and I'm living with them for now. Plus, I also went back to the job that I enjoyed doing. Luckily, the hiring manager there knew of my experience and abilities, so I was fully supported and wanted in my workplace. I am just so glad that after all that I went through, there is still some good left in this world. I felt so happy and at peace, so I will take this chance to start a new and better life. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos. What happened after that? When the fortune teller sat down, closed her eyes, and started to whistle, all of the trees that were planted in the garden around the house started to sway. She's so skilled at her profession. She says she's never been wrong. So that's why you went all the way into the mountains to see if they were compatible to get married, is it? She really is that good. Yes, I just wanted to check and know for sure whether they were making the right decision or not. That's all. What are you doing things like that for anyway? I guess it would make it harder for them if they weren't a good match, but you could have just let them get married and see what happened next. Let them get married first, without checking, you mean? Of course. People only do things like that these days when they don't want their child to marry the person they've chosen and are trying to make excuses to stop the wedding. Not just to see if the bride and groom are compatible or not when you like them. The big thing to you is whether you like them or not, really, isn't it? Oh, really? I guess so. I didn't know that. It's true. So then when it comes out that they aren't a match or that there's a problem, you can use that as an excuse to get what you want. If you want them to get married to start with, you should just let them do it. You don't want some fortune teller making things difficult for you by saying that they aren't compatible or anything then, do you? You really want the two of them to get married, don't you? They want to get married. You want them to get married, so you should just leave them to it. Tickle, tickle! Hey, I was trying to stretch. Stop messing around. I couldn't resist with you lying there with your arms up like that. You and your messing around, honestly. I've always been like it. You know that. Anyway, Maddie, can I ask you something? Sure. If you ask nicely, that is. It's about your forehead. Oh, I should have probably told you about that before you asked. I thought that it was a pockmark to begin with. Oh, I've had plastic surgery twice to try to get rid of it, but it doesn't seem to go away. I didn't have any more because I was afraid that it might make it even worse rather than better. Did anything happen? How did you get it? It looks really ugly, doesn't it? People don't really notice when I have makeup on, but it makes me really uncomfortable too when I stay over and have to remove my makeup, you know. Does it look really bad? It's not that. I just wanted to know more about you because I love you so much. That's the only reason that I asked. You don't see scars like that often. It's a lot better now than it once was, you know. Oh, really? Is it there because you hurt yourself? Yes, it is. When did it happen? It was when we were 8 years old. I was coming back from the spring with Sam. It was the same time that Sam hurt her leg. We both got hurt that day, you see. Her leg and my forehead. Oh, you both got hurt that day, did you? Is that why your noses are different too? Oh, you mean why Sam had plastic surgery on her nose? Yes, that's right. She broke it, so she had to have plastic surgery to fix it, you see. If you have surgery on your nose, it makes a huge difference to your whole appearance, doesn't it? It does, yes. Sam didn't just break her nose that day. She hurt her leg too, so she walks with a limp now. Oh, so that was when she hurt her leg. Yes. She hurt her leg, I hurt my forehead. Thanks for telling me about it. Next time I stay with you, I'd better remember not to take off my makeup. Anyhow, Maddie. What is it? I've looked at the documents that you sent me, and our designer said that the whole feel is different if you remove the logo. I said that, didn't I? How on earth did you come up with an idea like that? How do you think, George? That's what I do, isn't it? I'm just amazing, you see. So, you're going to be my brother-in-law now, are you? I guess you are now that the two of you have decided to get married. Of course. It seems strange you getting married so soon. You're only a few minutes older than me, and I haven't even considered marriage yet. Well, it seems like those few minutes made a big difference then, doesn't it? Oh, stop acting like the big sister all the time. There are literally minutes between us. If you wanted to be the big sister, you should have come out first then, shouldn't you? I'm so fed up with hearing about that. It drives me mad every time you say it. You'd better stop drinking now, I think. You can't drink anyway, and you keep saying that your neck and back hurt, don't you? That's because I'm on my laptop so much. It has nothing to do with drinking. I haven't had a drink for ages. Why are you getting at me so much? George, don't you agree that she's being unfair? She's just trying to be a good big sister to you. Don't be too hard on her. You shouldn't be so cheeky to her either, you know. Big sister, honestly. She's only a few minutes older than me. It's not even funny anymore. And being cheeky just comes naturally to us. We were right troublemakers when we were young, you know. I know I'm quite quiet now, but when we were young, we were famous in our neighborhood for being the naughty twins. You both still do like your jokes and tricks now, don't you? That day, though, Maddie didn't let go of my hand. What are you talking about suddenly? What day do you mean? That day, at the spring in the mountains behind our village. Oh, that day. What do you mean she didn't let go of your hand? She didn't let go of my hand and said that the two of us would stay there together, even though it was absolutely freezing cold at the time. What do you mean? I don't really understand what you're saying. You're drunk, Sam. Stop drinking and stop eating those snacks, too. You've nearly eaten a lot. They taste really good, though. Maddie, I think George deserves to know what happened that day as well. You are going to marry him after all. That day, it was the beginning of December, and really cold. About 14 degrees Fahrenheit. We were all playing together on the mountain behind our village in that freezing weather when we decided to climb up a tree. Wow, you really were hardcore playing outside when it was that cold outside. It was good weather for snowball fighting, you see. We've always loved snowball fights. We still do now, actually. Well, I know that I still do anyway. People from the north like we are used to the cold, you know. It doesn't bother us at all. Oh, I see. I guess if you were brought up somewhere where the winter is that cold every year, it kind of makes sense. Anyway, we climbed a tree, and I slipped and was hanging off a single branch. Maddie was behind me. She shuffled along the half-broken branch towards me. The adults and other children who were watching us were crying, saying that we were both going to get ourselves killed and screaming at Maddie to go back and get off the branch. It was 14 degrees, as I said before. What's wrong with you today? Why are you bringing all of this up again? Stop talking about it already. I was hanging there off the branch, and Maddie crawled towards me on that broken, wobbly branch and caught hold of my hand. We stared at each other, and then I said something to her. What did you say? I told her to let go of my hand, that if she didn't, we were both going to die. And do you know what she said? No, I don't. What did she say? She said that we were born on the same day, so we could both die on the same day too. That it was okay if we both died together. She was only 8 years old at the time. I said to her that I was really cold and she started to cry. Stop it, I'm warning you. That was just before the branch broke. We were hanging there like that for about 5 minutes altogether. During that time, all of the adults that were around or were passing started taking off their thick winter coats and their other clothes and put them on the ground under us to make a rug to try and make the ground where we were going to land on a bit softer for us. One person even took off their thermals to add to the rug. That's the only reason that the two of us were able to survive. They all took their clothes off to save us when it was 14 degrees out. They all must have been absolutely freezing. You just imagine it. Standing around in snow at 14 degrees in your underwear. We owe them our lives. We really do. I ended up breaking my leg and Maddie got scratched by a branch and got that scar on her forehead. It's funny, isn't it? Maddie, I love you. What's all this? What's gotten into you all of a sudden? It's a ring. Are you planning to use that as my wedding ring? No, I just wanted to get you something to show how much I love you before our families meet and things get more complicated. It's a couple ring. I got it with the money I had saved up. Oh, really? Well, I'd better take it then, hadn't I? Oh, there are two.
Yes, I got a pair of them.
What? You're going to wear a girly ring like that?
No, I got one for your twin sister as well. It's just a gift from my heart. I respect you and I love you, Maddie.
Okay, thank you. I hope that you continue to respect me when we are married and living together as well. These rings must have been really expensive, though. Sam will be really happy when I give her this. Oh, you said your name was Maddie, didn't you? Lift your head up a bit, will you? Let me look at your face again. Why aren't you looking at me?
Mom, don't start. She didn't come here for you to be like this. You said we were just going to meet nicely and have a drink together.
What? Am I being rude or something? She glanced up at me for a second as she walked in, but has had her head down ever since. That's all. Okay, sorry about that. Is this better? Yes, it is. You look very gentle and quiet. Your nose is very round. You have a very nice nose, you know. Thank you.
Mom, Maddie has a very looking round nose.
You be quiet a minute. What do you know about things like this anyway?
Mom, you don't have to be like that.
Anyway, drink your tea, Maddie. It's a really good one. I got it especially when I heard you were coming here. I'm sure you'll like it. And eat some fruit as well. I won't bite or anything, you know. Okay, I will. Thank you. I hear that you have a really good job as well, and that you work at a top company.
When Maddie entered her company, the competition for one position was 8-1, you know, Mom.
George, stop it, will you? You sound like a fool. You don't have to try so hard, you know. It won't make any difference to what I think in the long run anyway.
Sure, Mom, whatever you say.
I knew that George had been meeting someone for a long time now, but he didn't say anything about you to me per se. I think it's because he's always been such a quiet, serious boy. I was really surprised when he told me that he was planning to marry you, though, you know. I suppose you must have been. Especially if you didn't realize that we were serious about each other. That's why I wanted to meet you a bit more informally for a drink like this before I invite you over to meet the family properly, you see. I just wanted to see you a bit more casually first. Yes, George told me that that was what you wanted to do. You're a Gemini, aren't you? Yes, I am. Don't take this the wrong way, but I was quite surprised when I heard how old you were. It's quite a difference, and your star signs don't really match either. Gemini twins are quite something too.
What has her being a twin got to do with anything?
Are you the eldest twin or the youngest, Maddie? I'm the eldest. What does your twin do then? Does she have a good job like you as well? She lives at home. Why? She's at the age where she should be working, surely. If she lives at home, that means that she hasn't married either. Doesn't she work? No, she doesn't. She has a hard time moving around, so she's studying at home. What is she studying? Is she studying a PhD or something? No, nothing like that. She writes. Oh, so she's a writer.
Mom, I'll explain it to you later.
Why does she work at home, though? Is she sick? It'll be better getting this over with now, won't it? I better just tell her everything she wants to know. It'll be easier now than if it all came out later on. Yes, she finds it hard to move around. What's wrong with her? Was she in an accident or something?
Mom!
She can't use her legs very well. Oh, I see. Was she born like that, or did she get hurt?
Mom, you're being rude now. Why are you tutting like that?
She got hurt. She got hurt when we were 8 years old. She broke her leg really badly and it didn't mend very well. So now she finds it hard getting around. George, why do you keep butting in like that? Let me speak to Maddie. If you're planning to get married, I need to find out about her and her family, surely. Can't I even ask her things I'm curious about? Maddie, is what I'm asking you rude or making you feel bad in any way? No, it's fine. If you were curious, it's only right to ask. How else would you ever find anything out? Your twin must be a Gemini too. Gemini girls have a lot going on. I wonder how and where she got hurt for her legs to end up like that. I guess she's living at home because she hasn't got married as well. No, she did get married. Oh, so does her husband live at your parents' place as well then? He moved in? No, he died, I'm afraid. She's a widower. Oh! I'm sorry. You're shocked, aren't you? After he died, my parents told her to move back in with them, you see. She couldn't even eat properly at the time, and she was getting weaker and weaker. They were really getting worried about her, so they told her to move back in with them so that they could look after her. How did he die? When was it? He died about a year ago in an accident. Oh, I really can't believe it. Twins have similar destinies, you see. You're twins, aren't you? That means you're linked and your fate will be the same. Mom, don't start with all that superstitious nonsense again. I'm just really shocked by what I've just heard, that's all. Would it be okay for me to say something a minute, please? What is it that you want to say? Go ahead. It doesn't make any difference if mine and my twins' fortunes are the same or not. I believe that people make their own destinies, you see. Of course they do. Maddie, have you heard of the saying, life and death are in the hands of Providence? This is why it's important to marry the right person. You and your husband or wife are riding in the same boat to the same destiny, you see. When you said that your twin's husband died, I was just so shocked. My heart's beating 10 to the dozen right now. Mom, I don't believe in fortune tellers or star signs or anything like that. But even if I did, it wouldn't matter. I am going to make my own destiny. It has nothing to do with my twin or anyone else. There's no need for you to say things like that. If fortune tellers and star signs were wrong, why would they have existed for such a long time? Why would there be such a thing as fortune? Of course, there are times that fortune tellers get things right or that what is predicted using star signs and things like that turn out to be correct. But that doesn't mean that my fate is going to be the same as my twins, as you seem to be suggesting. I just don't agree with what you are saying. Even within the 4 pillars of destiny, there's no mention of anything like that. The 4 pillars of destiny? My major was philosophy, you see. I studied both Western and Eastern philosophy, so I actually know quite a lot about what you are talking about at the moment. If I really have to explain the thing you are worried about, even though we are twins, our destinies are different. You mean to say that they are different, even though you were born on the same day? Do everyone that are born on the same day have the same destiny, then? You must know that that's not the case. If we're going to talk about twins in particular, I learned that time is divided into 20-second intervals when talking about fate and destiny. I also learned that the time that you were born in this sense isn't when you come out of your mother's body, but when your umbilical cord was cut. You're listening, aren't you, Mom? She knows what she's talking about. She studied it for years. Hold on a minute, Maddie. I've been listening to what you're saying, and I know that you're trying hard to make me understand all of this because you like my son and want to marry him. I really understand that. I do. But from a parent's point of view, I can't help but worry. That scar on your forehead between your eyebrows, I don't feel very good about that either. Mom, that's only there because she got hurt. Of course it is. Why else would you have a scar? That scar isn't something that I've had from birth. I got it because I got hurt in an accident. Of course it's because you got hurt. That's where scars come from. But it's on your face. Do you know why scars on the face are so important? The way you look can tell more about your destiny than when you were born, you see. You're a twin, a Gemini. You have that scar and your twin lost her husband. All of this put together doesn't make me very happy about you seeing my George. How can you invite her over here and then say things like that? How could you say things like that? Especially in front of Maddie the first time that you've met her. I can't believe you. I really can't. Oh, wow! There really are trees all around the garden. Look at her eyes, too. They're really scary. She definitely means business. If you look at this couple's destiny from the woman's family's point of view, they won't want her to marry your son. Why would you say that? He would be a big waste for a girl like that. A girl like that could get a much better match than your son. And if I was her parents, I wouldn't let her marry him. What do you mean? Why do you think my son would be a waste for her? What's wrong with my George? This man really has no future ahead of him. But he lives because of this woman. Why on earth are you saying things like that? What does that even mean? What's wrong with my son? It's true that there's nothing particularly special about your son, isn't it? Looking at your fortune and his together, the two of you aren't very close, are you? You're a lot closer to your daughter, though, I see. Yes, that's true. She was born when I was much older, so she seemed really cute to me, I guess. She was born at a time when I was old enough and in a good enough place to be able to treasure her and know how quickly children grow up, so I appreciated her a lot more than I did George. Your daughter's future looks really bright as long as she marries the right person. If you marry her well, it looks for now that she will do very well for herself. You and your daughter are in the same boat. If she does well for herself, so will you. If she doesn't, you won't either. You'd better be careful that she marries the right person. Is marriage that important for her? Of course. It's extremely important for both her and for you as well. The girl your son wants to marry is good for your family, but not particularly good for hers. If I was you, I'd wait a little bit, then bring her into your family. She's the type of person that will give a lot to her husband, but not gain much from him. I'm sorry, but would you mind taking a look at this photo for me, please? Hold on a second. I'll zoom in for you. Look at the scar on her forehead. Oh, this girl has a very good appearance, too. It's an appearance that means that she will bring success to the man. Look at her nose. She has such a lucky nose. Do you really think that she is that good? If there was a competition for the luckiest appearance, I'd enter her. Why is that important? What about that huge scar on her forehead? She said she got injured when she was young. What's wrong with her forehead? You mean that scar between her eyebrows? Yes, that's the one. What does that have to do with anything? She wasn't born like this, was she? If it was something like her nose, something in the middle of her face, then that would be a problem. That changes the whole face, you see. But a scar like the one she has is fine. It doesn't make any difference to her destiny. As my great-grandmother would say, scar? What scar?
Wearing that suit was so uncomfortable. Oh, I hate wearing things like that. It feels so nice to have taken it off at last. I'm going out now, Mom. George, Maddie, it was nice to meet you. I hope we can meet again soon.
Have a nice time, Diane. See you soon.
Mom, where is Diane off to? Her dress is very elegant. She looks amazing, in fact.
Oh, she's going on a blind date. What is she going on one of those for? Why shouldn't she? She's just at the right age to do things like that, isn't she? Just seeing her like that makes me feel alive. Not just because she's my daughter, either. She really is beautiful, isn't she? She's trouble, that's what she is. How can you say that about her? She's your little sister, after all. She's like that because she's the youngest, that's why. She's been told how cute she is her whole life. She's a cheerful person, that's all. She's kind, friendly, and outgoing. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Anyway, the first birthday party / business opening party went really well, didn't it? I couldn't have hoped for it to go any better than it did, in fact.
Yes, it did, Mom, didn't it? I was really pleased with how it all went. Danny was a lot better behaved than I expected as well. I thought he'd cry and make a fuss, but he seemed to enjoy all the attention, if I'm honest.
George? What is it, Mom? You know that you aren't the same person as you were anymore, don't you? You're a father, and you also have 8 employees working under you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand, Mom. I'll take all of my new responsibilities seriously and make you proud. I promise I will.
I really can't believe that you went from just working in a small company like that to running your own business within a year. It's a pretty amazing change, don't you think?
It was Maddie that gave me the idea, you know. How could anyone know that our fashion brand would sell so well in Russia?
It sounds like Maddie deserves some praise too in all of this. You have your little Prince Danny now as well. Thanks, Mom. Your sister always seems really frustrated that she has nothing special to bring to the table, you know. I don't think she really likes me either.
I think that was probably just because she had a lot going on. Well, with getting ready for the wedding and everything. I wouldn't take it personally.
She was like it at both the wedding and when we met for the first time. She seemed kind of depressed, maybe? I can't really put my finger on it. She needs to get out in the sun a bit, eat well, and keep moving. That'll make her a bit brighter. You have to be more like that if you want to be lucky in life.
Mom, stop it now. I wish you wouldn't go on about Sam and fortunes all the time. It's just not true and not at all necessary to talk about something like that all the time, especially in front of Maddie.
I think she is just trying to get away from her bad fortune, if you ask me.
Mom, what did I just say?
I mean, losing your husband like that isn't a very good fortune, is it?
Mom, I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk about my sister like that. Today's supposed to be a happy occasion. I don't want it to be ruined by talk like this.
Exactly! It's a happy day, so she shouldn't have been sat there looking so gloomy, surely.
Mom, I'm not going to tell you again. If you keep going on about this, we're going to have to leave.
You have to keep smiling, even if you aren't in a very good place. I mean, look at my daughter. I had her really late in life, but she's so bright and cheerful. She's like a ball of luck that has just rolled into our family. Look at her. Does she let anything get in her way? Other people spend years slogging away to apply for the job that they want, but Diane just got accepted into a top company in one go. Close to the director of all places.
Mom, we better make a move now. Danny's getting grumpy. He must be really tired after the party today anyway. It's been a long day for us all, especially for a little baby like him. If there's nothing more in particular that you wanted to say to us, we'll be off.
Diane has brought nothing but happiness and joy to me since she was born, you know. The fortune teller said that her stars in the time she was born was really good as well. That she has a really good future ahead of her.
I understand how much she loves and is proud of her daughter, but this is getting a bit much now, isn't it? I really hope we can finish today in a good place. Please. I hope she doesn't get even more excited and start comparing Diane to Sam. What's Sam got to do with any of this? I want to get up and yell something back, but that would make me just as bad as she is, so I'm going to try to put up with it. Come and sit here next to me, Sam. Where's little Danny? He's with his dad. I left him with George so that I could eat in peace for a change.
Sam, this seems to be a very expensive buffet, but how have you brought so little back here to eat? You only seem to have a tiny bit of sandwich and some salad. There are so many expensive and delicious dishes up there. Is that really all that you want to eat?
Oh, I ate breakfast late, you see. I don't seem to be able to digest food very well recently either.
Even so, you really don't seem to be eating enough. You're an adult, after all. How can you survive on so little food? Your parents must be so worried when they see you eating like this, you know. Any parent would be.
Mom, our family have never really eaten that much, so my parents don't really worry about it. The whole family is similar. It's normal for us, you see.
How can they not worry about their daughter eating so little? I can't believe it. If that really is true, I guess there's nothing else I can say on the matter, but I somehow doubt that it is true. Maybe they just don't go on at you about it all the time because they've decided that it's a losing battle. Anyway, I heard that your book is being published next month, Sam. I'm right, aren't I?
Yes, but it's nothing really. Don't embarrass me by going on about it, please.
I heard that you even got a prize from your publishers. Well done, Sam. That's really good. Congratulations.
thank you very much.
I don't know if it was because you've spent all your time writing or something, but you are so pale. Your skin is almost yellow. If you just ate a bit better, your parents would have one less thing to worry about, I'm sure of it. Eat something, please. I can't bear to see you eating so little, even if, as you say, your parents don't worry about it anymore. Diane, do you want some more of this?
Mom, don't start on me now as well. Just focus on what you're eating. I can look after myself. Leave everyone else alone for a second, will you?
It's good here, isn't it? I told you before, when you go to a buffet, you should eat things like this that you can't eat very often. Not boring things like salad. There's caviar here, and oysters. You should eat more of that kind of thing.
Mom, I'm having a hard time digesting things these days as well, to tell you the truth.
Shall I cut up some lamb for you?
Mom, I told you I'm full now. I don't think I should eat anymore.
Rubbish. You're at an age where you should be able to eat anything and everything. Don't touch it. You'll get it all over your fingers. I'll give it to you. Come here. Seeing your children eating delicious things like this is the best feeling in the world. It really is. Look at my Diane. She's so beautiful and full of life at 24. She's so happy all the time. She even looks like she's bringing me luck when she's eating. Anyone would fall for my Diane even by just looking at her. She always looks so happy, like she's won a prize or something. Sam's sitting there nicely, smiling and all, but you can't say that she's going to have a good fortune or anything like that now, can you? There always seems to be something slightly off with her. I don't really know how to explain it. They gained a lost son-in-law, and their daughter looks like she's fading away right in front of their eyes. I feel so sorry for her parents sometimes. I really do.
Sam, I thought you said you didn't want to eat anymore. Why are you having another sandwich? You don't have to eat if you don't want to. Don't worry about what anyone else does or says. Just eat however much of whatever you want to. You don't have to answer to anyone. I just felt like having one more, that's all. Don't worry about me. And enjoy your food, won't you? Sit properly. Why are you slouching more and more every time I see you? I don't really know, to be honest. My stomach always feels so tight these days.
Posture is so important to girls, you know. Sitting and standing positions. When you're crouched over like that, you look even skinnier than you already are. It makes me feel sad to look at you.
Mom, leave Sam alone and enjoy your food, please. This is really good. Have you tried it?
Oh, it is good, isn't it? I really love coming to buffets, you know. You can try so many different things that you wouldn't usually have the chance to eat.
Be quiet and get on with your meal. I'm begging you. I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Diane's day must be going well, seeing how late she is. Yes, I think it's going really well with this guy. She's always late back these days. She must be really tired, leaving early for work, then getting back late like this all the time. Didn't you say that her boyfriend's dad was the former minister for the economy? Yes, I did. He's his third son. He comes from a very good family then, doesn't he? That's a really good start. Hold on there. It's not like they're going to get married straight away or anything like that. They're only dating at the moment, aren't they? But still, I guess it's better if her boyfriend's from a good family, isn't it? They say that you should marry your daughter into a better family than your own, you know. Of course. Why on earth wouldn't you? That guy is definitely better than someone from a rubbish family. Right. They're really well off, you know. They're saying that they think he's going to become a politician, too, like his dad was. What? He's still only in his early 30s. What are you going on about? How could he possibly know that when he's still so young? Maddie!
Yes, Mom?
Everything she touches turns to gold, you know. She's just such a bundle of luck. It just seems to follow her everywhere she goes. She earns $2,500 a month and gives me $1,250, you know.
I wish she would stop going on about how brilliant and lucky Diane is. Especially when the next thing she usually does when she starts off on this is compare her to Sam. I honestly don't know how many more times I can bear to listen to this nonsense.
The fortune teller was right, wasn't she?
About me doing well if Diane does, and about our destinies being linked. Hello? Who's that?
It's me, of course. Who did you think it would be? Oh, you two are here, too. Hi, George. Maddie.
Hi, Diane. We were just leaving, actually. What's happened? You look really tired. Are they working you too hard or something?
What do you mean? Do I really look that bad?
You seem to have aged years in the last month. You have huge bags under your eyes and your skin doesn't look good either. You're still so young. What's happened?
I don't know. I guess that all comes with the stress of working in a top company like mine.
You know that Maddie works in a slightly better company than yours, don't you? Well, she's fine, so surely it can't just be about work now, can it?
Leave her alone, George. I guess she must be tired from all the dates she's been going on lately. That can't have helped now, can it? She leaves for work so early every morning, too. Of course she's tired. Anyone burning the candle at both ends like she's been doing lately would be. She's still young, though. I wish I was still young like her.
Mom, Diane's nose is bleeding.
Oh, is it really, George? That's very strange.
Go to the bathroom, quickly. You're dripping blood everywhere. What a mess.
Dan, would you like me to give you some of my vitamins? I think you'd better take some. They probably won't solve the problem completely, but they'd definitely be a step in the right direction. That would probably be a good idea. Can you give me a few of yours, Maddie? That'd be a start at least. Does she think I don't know what she's doing when she's coming back late all the time? Kids these days jump into things so quickly. I can't really understand it. She hasn't even been dating him that long. Really? I guess she's only doing it because she's planning to marry him anyway, but still. Surely they should tone it down a bit if she's tired enough to get nosebleeds. He should be able to see how tired she looks as well. If I was him, I'd be telling her to go home to get some rest. They call pancreatic cancer the beggar's cancer as they don't have the checks to catch it soon enough. It can be caught and treated fairly easily if you have regular health checks, but a lot of people can't afford that luxury, can they? I can't believe it can take someone just like that in the blink of an eye, though. It was just so quick.
Mom, I'd better go now. We need to get ready for the funeral and the wake, you see. I don't have the time to talk to you about this right now.
If she'd got the stage 4 diagnosis a few months ago, I wouldn't have said anything. But it hasn't even been a month. I can't believe how quickly it killed her, that's all. Can you?
They say that she went into shock from the stomach pain. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I've got a lot of things that I should be getting on with and little Danny to look after too.
I'll be there tomorrow morning. It's gone 8 now and it's really cold and icy out. The roads are really dangerous.
Okay. Bye, Mom.
This is really strange. Sam has just died, but I feel quite happy. I don't really feel sad about it at all. I wonder what I should have for dinner tonight. George, you've eaten, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Thanks, Mom.
It's really not good to skip meals, you know. Especially at a time like this. How about you, Maddie? Yes, I have to. Thank you for asking, Mom. Good. The living have to live, you know. People go for dinner even after burying their own child. That's just how we are.
Mom, can you be careful what you're saying, please? It's really hard for Maddie right now. She doesn't need you here making her feel any worse than she already does.
I guess it's only natural for you not to have an appetite at a time like this. Even so, there's nothing you can do for her now. The living have to live, as I said before. Diane brought this back from the hotel last night. It's some soup from the restaurant. She wanted me to give it to you to make sure you were eating at least something. She's a very thoughtful girl, you know. Very thoughtful.
Thanks, Mom. Just leave it there, please.
You look just like your sister did at your mom's 16th birthday party, just before she passed away. Your skin is looking quite yellow, you know. When you finish with the funeral and everything, I think you'd better go to the hospital for a checkup too. Mom, seeing as you seem to like health checks so much, I think you should get Diane to have one too. She could go with you when you go to get your yearly one. Diane? Why would she need one? She's still only in her 20s.
I heard that she's having nosebleeds quite regularly these days, that's all. I just thought that it would be a good idea to get that checked out. She looks really tired and run down recently as well. She seems to look worse every time I see her, in fact.
Anyway, enough about my Diane. You seem to have used all your energy looking after your sister for the last month. You don't know if you've overexerted yourself or anything, so you should definitely get a checkup. You have Danny to think of too, after all. She was going to go anyway. I don't know why you used all your strength caring for her like that anyway, if I'm honest.
Mom, go and get something for lunch now. I don't know if it's a good idea for you to be near Maddie right now. You seem to be brushing each other up the wrong way.
I knew she didn't have good luck, but look at the snow outside today. She died on such a cold day. The ground is frozen solid. She passed at a time that makes it really difficult for the people who have to dig her grave.
Mom, people don't even dig graves anymore. They haven't for a really long time now either. What are you going on about? I think you'd better stop it now.
It's just a saying. Anyway, this proves how important a person's destiny is. It really does. I'm really worried about the bad fortune attaching to any of you, you know. Shall I take Danny to mine for a few days, to avoid the bad luck?
Mom, bad luck or bad energy or whatever. I'm going to look after my son as I see fit.
What are you talking about? He's my grandson, you know. I have a right to worry about him and about bad luck sticking to him from being in a place like this.
Mom, no matter how precious your grandson is to you, he's my son and ultimately my responsibility. Do you think that Danny is more precious to you than he is to me?
I guess you aren't in the right frame of mind at the moment. What with what's happened and everything. If he's with you all the time, though, it's going to be quite difficult with you being busy and people coming and going all the time. COVID is still a thing, too, even though it's not talked about so much these days. I'd much rather he stayed at home with me for a while. It'd be much safer for him and a lot easier for you as well. Now I think of it, it seems to be a lot quieter here than I thought it would be. Didn't your sister have many friends? I guess unlucky people are unlucky right to the end. She doesn't even have hardly anyone to mourn for her when she's gone.
I just can't seem to eat. I've met her a few times, but more than anything else, she was Maddie's twin, wasn't she? It's normal for me to feel like this. I just can't seem to stomach anything.
She had nothing to do with you. She's dead now anyway. There's nothing you can do about that. Eat some of this soup. It's really good, especially if you put a little more pepper in it. Here, let me give you some. You'll feel much better if you eat some of this, you mark my words. It feels so good when a mom watches her children eat delicious food, you know.
This is the kind of scene that I'm going to have to watch for the rest of my life, isn't it? I think I'm going to remember the two of them like this for the rest of my life. How could she be like this here in this situation? Sam's not even cold and she's acting like nothing has happened. It's like she isn't even human. George, it's 5 degrees out there today. That's even colder than the day of our accident, you know.
It is, yes. You better wrap up warm before we go out there.
Do you think the fire that we just put Sam's remains in will feel warm to her, or do you think it'll feel hot?
I don't really know, to be honest. I can't say I've ever really thought about it.
I'm glad it won't be cold there, anyway. Where Sam's going, I mean.
Yes, me too. Come over here a second, Maddie.
George, I never let go of Sam's hand, you know. I kept hold of it, even though it was 14 degrees that day.
I know. You did really well.
I have to let go of her hand and let her go now.
You do. You have to let her go.
Her stomach and pancreas will be really healthy where she's going, so I hope that she has a good time eating all the delicious food that she possibly can. That's what I want for her.
I'm sure that's what she will do. Mom, they haven't even been dating for a year yet. Don't you think that you're being a bit hasty?
I heard that his mom passed away recently. I think that now would be the perfect time. He's older anyway, maybe even past the average age for men to marry, and I think it would be good for them to settle down and have a baby as soon as possible. They say it's a lot easier to become a politician when you have a family, you know. They tend to give more positions to people with their own family, and I think Diane would be a lot less tired as well if she hurried up and quit that awful job.
Mom, Diane hasn't been at her job for that long yet. She should be focusing on that, not quitting to get married and start a family already. She's still so young. She enjoys her job, and these days women should put their careers first. It's too early in her career for her to get pregnant. She should be getting used to her job rather than thinking about dating and marriage at this moment in time. What does any of this matter to me anyway? Mom never listens to anything she doesn't want to hear, especially where Diane's concerned. And at the end of the day, it's George's family, not mine.
Why did you marry George, then? You work for a top company as well, and you still work even though you're married, don't you?
Mom, it's not the same situation, is it? Maddie married me and kept on working. She was a lot older and a lot further along in her career than Diane is now when we got married as well. I thought that the family Diane is thinking of marrying into didn't want her to work anymore after they were married anyway.
Of course they don't want her to work. What kind of politician sends his wife out to work? Look at all the famous politicians. Do their wives work outside of the home in a different company? Of course they don't.
Her boyfriend isn't a top politician though, is he, Mom? His dad was, yes, but he isn't really anything yet. He's just at the very beginning of his career as well.
Stop going on like this, will you, George? You seem to love going on and on about things that you know nothing about. I want her to get married now while she's still young and pretty. What difference does it make if a woman has a good job or not at the end of the day?
You never know how life's going to turn out, do you? It's good to have your own job to be getting on with and your own way of earning money.
Diane's different. Everything always just falls exactly into place for her, you know. Luck follows her around. She's different from everyone else.
Diane doesn't even seem sure whether she wants to marry him or not at the moment. Why are you trying to push her into it? You should be giving her the time and space to make her own decisions about this guy. She's already exhausted from work. Surely you can see that. She wants to work. She enjoys it. Look at her now. She's sick and has been lying in bed sleeping all day. But she's still adamant that she's going to work tomorrow, isn't she?
She is. That's exactly why I want her to quit working at that awful company and get married. The fortune teller said that if she marries well, she has an amazing future ahead of her. And in turn, so will I. I'm going to be so generous with my gifts to the man's parents, and I'm going to send her to marry him. That's what I'm going to do. I only have one daughter, don't I? I can afford the best for her.
George?
Yes, Maddie? What is it?
To be honest, I'm a bit worried about Diane. She seems to look worse and worse every time I see her. Do you think that maybe her job isn't right for her?
I'm not sure. I have a few friends who got employed at top companies like Diane's and then quit after a few months as they couldn't take the pressure, you know? I only remember because we all found it really funny. One of my friends studied his butt off at college for 4 years just to get into that company. Then when he'd got where he wanted, he quit because it was too hard for him. How could he study like that for so long, but not be able to hack the job he had studied for?
That's kind of what I'm afraid of. Mom might have the right idea. Look at Diane. When she first entered the company, she looked so young and pretty. Like a flower, almost.
I guess dating like that must be making her tired as well, especially after working hard all day. I think it would be better for her to focus on one or the other, or just date on weekends or something like that. Surely she can't go on like she is. She just looks so tired and run down all the time.
I don't understand how she can like him so much that she stays out that late most nights, even when she's been working all day and has to get up at like 5 a.m. the next morning as well.
Didn't we act like that when we were dating?
I guess so. If her job really is the problem, leaving it to marry into such a good family is probably not a bad thing.
I guess not.
George?
What?
Do you think Sam's life would have been different if she hadn't married and just kept on doing the job that she wanted to instead?
Don't think about things like that, Maddie. There's nothing you can do about it now, and it'll just make you feel sad and helpless.
Hearing about Diane getting married just makes me think of how Sam got married, living happily with him for a month and then lost him. That's all.
I wonder if that was her destiny.
Do you think it's cold where Sam is now? I really hope it's lovely and warm there. Just how she liked it. She always did hate the cold.
Maddie.
I know.
I shouldn't think about things like that, but I can't help it sometimes, you know? I just really hope it isn't cold there, that's all. It was 4 degrees when she died, and 14 degrees that day when she broke her leg. I just hope that she's somewhere warm and peaceful now. She always hated the cold.
See, you gained a really amazing daughter-in-law, and thanks to her, your son, who was just working in a rubbish company before, has been able to start his own business. He's taking so much money from the Russians. Who would have thought that they'd have been this willing to spend money on those clothes? Your daughter got her PhD and is marrying a future politician. A former minister's son, of all people. That family must be sitting on a gold mine. I've heard that they have houses all over the country, too.
My daughter always has been lucky. The fortune teller said that she has an amazing future ahead of her, too.
I guess your husband's company only started to take off when she was born as well, didn't it? She's such a smiley, pretty girl. She always has been. Everyone's always told her how cute she is.
Her new parents-in-law were really pleased with what a good first impression she gives and how pretty she is, you know.
When you go to see the fortune teller to see if they are a good match, I'll come with you if that's okay. I was thinking about buying some land, you see.
Why would I go there?
Aren't you going to go see the fortune teller before Diane gets married?
What are you talking about? I want them to get married. There's no point in me going there now. I'm totally satisfied with her choice. Why would I go and see a fortune teller?
I guess there's no need for you to hear negative things about them. I'm really jealous, you know. Everything seems to be going so well for your family recently.
Diane's cancer has spread to her throat and liver now, so she's not really able to eat anything anymore. And she had a huge nosebleed again this morning, you know. How can you eat like that when she can't eat and she's suffering and bleeding like she is?
Mom, I'm not eating like this because I want to, but because of the baby I have growing in my stomach, you know. I hate that I'm eating like this when she can't. I feel really ashamed of myself as well.
Do you know how I feel seeing you eat like that?
Mom, that's why I came downstairs to eat, where you didn't have to watch me doing it. You're the one who followed me down here, aren't you? I really didn't want you to have to see me eating like this when poor Diane can't.
So you're saying that you left Diane upstairs and stopped rubbing her back for her to sneak down to the kitchen to eat a baguette like this?
I really didn't realize that you'd follow me down here.
So you're eating that delicious, crispy baguette and that sweet banana so deliciously like that because you thought that I wouldn't follow you, are you?
Mom, as you know, I'm pregnant. I have to eat for the baby even though I really don't feel like it. I'm sorry for bringing this up at a time like this, but I can't forget you feeding Diane all of this delicious food in front of Sam, even though she was getting thinner and thinner from not being able to eat properly.
When did I do something like that? That doesn't sound like something I'd do.
At my father's 70th birthday. That wasn't the only time either. You were feeding Diane soup at Sam's wake without a care in the world. My sister had just died. You also kept telling me that the living had to live when I was dying inside after losing my twin. I really can't forget those things. You were so insensitive. You didn't even seem human to me at those times, you know. Don't bring me down to your level. You've been pregnant, haven't you? You know what it feels like. I could even eat a rock if I had to. No matter how much I eat, I'm still hungry. I guess it's my body doing all that it can to protect the baby through all of this. I'm eating even more this time than I did when I was pregnant with Danny. I really hate myself for eating like this while Diane is as she is.
Who do I blame? I should blame myself for my foolishness. I thought that she was only getting nosebleeds because she was so tired from work. Who could have thought that it was cancer that was causing it all? I never even imagined that she wasn't able to eat because of the cancer spreading to her throat.
Everyone seems to think it's strange that that was the reason for her symptoms. They all say that she is too young to get that kind of cancer. That it's usually what old people get. Everyone I've told about it have said the same thing, you know. It's really rare for someone of that age to get that kind of cancer. Mom, people aren't supposed to keep getting worse and worse after they've had 2 surgeries. This is really strange. The doctors think so too. I wonder what's going on here. The doctors are doing everything they can to try to help her, but it's like something's just sucking the life out of her. It really is. I don't understand what's happening. How could Diane get a cancer that usually only old people get, and it spread like this too?
How can Gary be by her side all the time like that? Not even leaving her alone with the nurses for a single minute. Hanging off her every need with such devotion even puts the nurses to shame. She's getting thinner and thinner every day. There's hardly anything left of her. Maddie, don't you think it's strange how lively Gary seems even though he's spending his every moment looking after Diane like that? He seems to be getting more and more energy each day. Usually looking after your loved one like he is makes you tired and weary, not full of energy. It's very strange, you know. Do you think it's like when you throw yourself into something, you get a lot of energy from somewhere and kind of go a bit mad? I wonder if it's because he is going crazy watching the wife that he loves die in front of his eyes.
It's lucky for the two of you that you have the energy to even think about things like that. Do you know how I feel watching my daughter getting thinner and thinner and practically fading away right in front of my eyes?
Mom, I have a son too, and another baby inside Maddie's stomach. Do you think I wouldn't know?
It's like I'm rotting inside. I'd do anything to be the one that was sick instead of her, you know. She had another nosebleed today, and it was so bad she lost so much blood. It's so awful seeing her like this and not being able to do anything to help her or to take the pain away. I have even thought about exorcism to get rid of the bad inside her, you know. If I thought that would help, I'd strip naked and do it for her. Exorcism. Maybe that's it. It feels very strange here today. Is it because of the way I'm feeling right now, I wonder? Why does the sound the trees are making seem so dreary and lonesome?
That good marriage. I remember you. The girl with the good fortune and the beautiful, round, lucky nose. You came here before to see me because you were worried about your son's marriage. But why are you so late in coming about the marriage that was going to be so important for your destiny? I told you before that it was important for your daughter to marry well. Why on earth didn't you come and see me about it before? Before it was too late?
What do you mean?
I know it's wrong for me to say this when the damage has already been done. But if you had come and seen me before your daughter even married that man, I would have advised an exorcism right at that moment.
Why do you say that? What's wrong with him? He's from a good family. I thought it would be the good marriage that you were talking about last time.
Because the misfortune would have already attached itself to her. This type of fortune is very rare. This man's fortune is really unlucky. It may even be the worst that I've seen.
Why? What do you mean that his fortune is unlucky? Is it really that bad?
He has all of the bad omens that a person can possibly have. He has them all at the same time. This person's fortune says that he must have someone to sacrifice. He needs a wife with a very good fortune, a good destiny, so that he can drain the life out of her to save himself. That's his fate. Even if his wife is bleeding and collapsing in front of him, he will take all of the energy from her right until her last breath. That's what his fortune says.
I don't believe it. If his fortune was as bad as that, surely he would be from a bad family. His family is perfect. How can someone from such a good, well-respected family have a fortune as bad as that? It can't be true.
One of his parents must have been protecting him from this bad fortune with all their strength. My guess is that that parent died recently.
Yes, that's right. His mom passed away not too long ago.
That's the problem. His mum died. Now your daughter is the one who was needed instead. So he wanted to marry her as soon as he possibly could so that she could then carry on protecting him from all this bad luck. He probably had some kind of an effect on your daughter from the moment they started dating. I bet her body suddenly started to get weaker and weaker.
Yes, it did, as a matter of fact. She looked a lot tireder and a lot older than she did before in a matter of weeks. What does that mean?
The bad luck was attaching itself to your daughter, little by little, every time that they met.
So, that's why she was so tired and had no energy anymore. I thought she was just tired from her new job and from staying out late dating most nights.
George, what do you want now? This isn't the time! Mom, we have to go to the hospital right away. Why? What's happened? I just had a call from Gary. What did he say? What's happened? It's Diane. She's gone into a coma. The doctor told him to prepare himself for the worst. Oh no! Diane!
Mom, I've made you some soup.
No, I don't want anything.
Eat some, please. It's been 4 days now. You have to eat something or you'll make yourself sick as well, and that would be no good to anyone. What about George? What would he do if he lost you as well?
How would it look for me to be eating after losing my precious daughter like that? People would think that I wasn't human. You're trying to make me eat, aren't you?
Mom, if you watch old dramas, no matter what happens, they always eat. That's what humans do. Is there a reason that you can't eat?
Why are you doing this to me? Can't you see that I'm hurting? Why are you talking to me like my hurt is nothing? Ugh. Mom, wake up! Please, wake up! Hello? Is that the dating for marriage agency? I'll give you however much money you want. I'm looking for a girl who was born on this exact date and time. It doesn't matter what she does or what she looks like. She won't live long anyway.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.